Morning all of you. And in previous class we are discussing the little bit discussion about the homotopic and heterotopic ligands. Okay, now we are discussing some more example for the homotopic and heterotopic ligands and phases. Okay, homotopic ligands and phases. Homotopic ligands and phases. Okay, to determine the homotopic, to determine the relationship of homotopic ligands and phases, there are two terms are there. Okay, there are two criteria, are two terms are there. That is, first one is substitution addition criteria. Okay, okay, substitution addition criteria, and next one is the symmetry criteria. Okay, let's see what is substitution addition criteria. If the ligands are said to be homotopic, if replacement of one group by another group, then we get a identical product. Then these two ligands are said to be a homotopic ligands. Okay, once again I will repeat. If the ligands are said to be a homotopic, okay, if we are replacing the one group, then other, it will give an identical product. When the identical products are came, that means when the identical products are produced, then the two ligands are said to be homotopic in nature. Okay, let's see one example. If, let's take an example, chloromethane. If HA is replaced by R, okay, if HA is replaced by a R, we get structure 1. Similarly, if we are replacing HB as R, okay, see here, by seeing the structure 1 and structure 2, if we are replacing HA as R and if we are replacing HB as R, then if we are seeing structure and structure 2, both are identical structure. These two are the identical structure. So whenever by the addition or substitution of another molecule, it will give identical structures, then these two ligands are said to be a homotopic ligands. Okay, let's take another example. This is the chloroform, and sorry, chloromethane. It's not a chloroform, this is the chloromethane. In this chloromethane, if we are substitute any hydrogen by another group, it will produce the same structure. If you are replacing the HA as R group or HB as R group, HCl as the R group, it will produce the similar structure. Okay, it will produce, if your HA is replaced by R, okay, here HB, HC. Okay, if you are replacing the HB as R, okay, it will get the same structure. If we are replacing the HCl as R, okay, we get the same structures. So therefore, in the chloromethane, these three hydrogens are said to be a homotopic in nature. Okay, if you are seeing the symmetry criteria, let's see. If we are saying what is the symmetry criteria, okay, what is the relationship of this one? Whenever the addition substitution criteria will give identical products, right? You should remember, whenever the homotopic ligands are there, if you are replacing by one group, then another group, then it will give the identical product. Then the ligands are said to be a homotopic ligands. If you are seeing the symmetry, what is the symmetry criteria? Okay, in this symmetry criteria, here, where if the ligands are homotopic, if the ligands are said to be an homotopic, the ligands can be interchanged. The ligands are interchanged through an axis. When through an axis, that is CN. Okay. If the ligands are said to be homotopic, then whenever the axis is passing, the ligands are conform to one configuration to it, means ligands are homotopic if they can interchange position by rotation using a simple axis. If the ligands are homotopic, they can be interchanged through an axis is known as homotopic ligands. That is, the symmetry criteria is whenever the axis is present in the molecule, that is CN axis, then the ligands are interchanged through the axis of symmetry, then those ligands are said to be a homotopic ligands. Okay, let's see one example. If you are taking acetic acid, or if you are taking an acetic acid here, if you are taking acetic acid and the three hydrogens are equally influenced by this carboxylic acid group, whenever if you are rotate the molecule as 120 degrees, whenever if you are rotating the molecule as 120 degrees, here HA, HB, HC, okay, if you are rotating the molecule as 120 degrees, it will be HC here, HA here, and HB here. So it will give the identical, by seeing the structure 1 and structure 2, both will be give the same identical structure. So the structure of the molecules remains same. That's why by passing an axis through the molecule, it will give the identical structure. So whenever the molecule give identical structures, then these ligands are said to be a homotopic in nature. Okay, in methane molecule also, sorry, in dichloromethane molecule also, HA and HB, if you are rotating the molecule as 180 degrees, that is C2 axis of symmetry, here this is the C3 axis of symmetry, here chlorine, and it will be HB and HA. Okay, whenever we are passing an axis through this dichloro, through the carbon and two chlorine atoms, when HA is replaced, when HA comes to here and HB comes to here, so the structure of the molecule remains will be same. So these two are said to be homotopic in nature. This is the symmetry criteria. And if you are in homotopic ligands, we should remember the substitution addition criteria will give the identical product. What is the symmetry criteria? In whenever the homotopic molecules are there, that what is the symmetry criteria? There is an axis of symmetry. That axis is nothing but, you have to remember, whenever the CN means whenever axis of symmetry present in the molecule, it will give the identical structure. Then those ligands are said to be a homotopic in nature. Okay, this is the homotopic ligands. Next one, homotopic. What are the homotopic phases? Here, see. Okay, homotopic phases, right? Let's take an example here. This is the formaldehyde. This formaldehyde have the two phases, that is right phase and left phase, or we know the above and below the phase. If you are taking the above and below, it will, when we are taking the methyl magnesium bromide, if you are taking the methyl magnesium bromide, the product will be, okay, if you are taking the methyl magnesium bromide, the methane will be attacked on this carbonyl, and it will be moves like this, and if the product will be, the CH3 minus will attack on this carbonyl, it will be moves like this, and it will be form a product will be like this. Okay, in the same way, if we are taking the same reagent, that is methyl magnesium bromide, that is the Grignard's reagent, if we are taking the Grignard's reagent, it will attack on this carbonyl compound and it will give CH3 and OH and here H and H. Okay, by seeing structure 1 and structure 2 both are identical. So whenever we get identical products, then the phases are said to be a homotopic phases. Okay, if you are saying if the attacking of the this one right, if you are taking this is the right side, right phase, and this is the left to phase, and both will give the identical product. So the these phases, the right and left phases are known as the homotopic phases. Okay, okay, let us take simple another example for this homotopic ligands and phases. If you are taking the simple another example, okay, if you are taking the active tartaric acid, that is plus or minus tartaric acid, HA and HB. If the HA is replaced by deuterium, or okay, if your HA is replaced by the deuterium COOH, and here HB OH, and here deuterium, here OH and COOH, this is the plus or minus tartaric acid. If similarly, if HB replaced by the deuterium COOH, this is the deuterium, the OH, here HA, and this is the OH and COOH. Okay, if the first structure will be rotated through an axis, that is C2, that is 180 degrees. Okay, the this carboxylic acid move to upper direction. Okay, these two carboxylic acid will be changes, and this OH and this deuterium will be exchanges, means it will be right side, here OH will be left side, sorry, deuterium will be left side and OH will be right side. In the same way, these two are in the exchanges, that is OH and here HB. Okay, whenever seeing here first structure 1 and this, if you are taking this is structure 1. Okay, this is the rotation of axis, this is structure 2. Okay, whenever by seeing the structure 1 and this structure both will be same, means whenever the axis is present in the molecule, the axis is C2 axis, that is 180 degrees. Whenever the molecule will have the axis of symmetry, so it will be homotopic in nature, means the structure 1 and 2 are identical products. So here in plus or minus tartaric acid, this HA and HB are said to be a homotopic ligands. Okay, this is the homotopic ligands and phases. Okay, it is clear. I hope that it will be clear. And next we are seeing the anisotropic ligands and phases. Okay, anisotropic ligands and phases, that is nothing but heterotopic ligands and phases. Heterotopic ligands are both will be two types, and it will be two types, that is anisotropic and diastereotopic. Okay, diastereotopic. Okay, let's see the what is the anisotropic ligands and phases. Okay, now we are writing here anisotropic ligands and phases. Okay, in the similar way, if the ligands are said to be anisotropic, if we are replacing one group by another one by one, we get the enantiomers, then such type of ligands are said to be a anisotropic ligand. Okay, in homotropic ligands, what will happen when if we are replacing one group by another group, then produce the identical products, then those are said to be a homotopic ligands and phases. If in the similar way, if we are replacing another group, then it will produce enantiomers. Okay, whenever we get the enantiomers, then those ligands are said to be a anisotropic ligands. Okay, anisotropic ligands are again it will also two criteria are there, but the first one is substitution addition criteria, and next one is symmetry criteria. Okay, substitution addition criteria. Okay, substitution addition criteria. Let's see. Substitution addition criteria, if we are taking an example, this is the cyclobutanol, HA, HB, HC, HD, and here hydrogens. Okay, in this molecule, if we are addition, this is the HA will be replaced by a bromine. HA is, if you are taking HA replaced by bromine or deuterium. If we are replacing the HA as deuterium or bromine, if you are taking the deuterium, right, it will be here. Okay, here HA is replaced by deuterium, here HB, and this will be a carbonyl group, and here HC and HD. Okay, and similarly, if HD replaced by deuterium, if HE replaced by deuterium, this is HA and HB, and HC is here deuterium. In the same way, if you are replacing HB as deuterium, okay, here HA and deuterium, here HC and HD. In the same way, it will be HC is replaced by deuterium. It will produce this like this. Here HA, HB, and deuterium. Here HD. Okay. If we are replacing the HA as deuterium, then it will produce the chiral center, means chiral center. This carbon will have 4 different groups. Okay. This first group, second group, and see here the carbon which contain 4 different groups. Okay. Now it will produce the chiral center. Now for chiral center we have the R and S configurations. Shall we give the priorities according to CIP rules? Okay, this carbon will be attached to carbon and it will be attached to oxygen, so it will get a first priority. And this carbon will be attached to carbon atom, here hydrogens and hydrogens, so it will get a second priority. And this deuterium will be, when compared to mass, when compared to hydrogen, deuterium mass is high, so it will give the third priority, and the fourth priority is like this. Okay, whenever the priorities are in clockwise, that is R configuration. Okay, if you are giving the numbering like this 1 2, okay, this is 2R. Okay, in the similar way, if we are taking the chiral center is here. Okay, by giving the numbering like this 1 2. Okay, first we are giving the priorities like this. This is the, you have to take the second carbon, this is the first carbon, right? Now giving the priorities according to Kahn-Ingold-Rayleigh rules, that is, this is the carbonyl will give the first priority, and this is the carbon and hydrogens, so it will get the second priority, and third it will get the deuterium will be the third priority, and this is the fourth priority. It will be in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, whenever the anti-clockwise direction, there is a S configuration, but here whenever if this is the front carbon and this is the back carbon, okay, if the back carbon is present, whenever the back carbon is there, the configurations are inverted, means this it will be anti-clockwise direction, so it will be yes, but due to this is the back carbon, so its configuration is again it will be 2R. Why? Because if you are selecting the molecule, if you are giving the numbering like this 1 2, second position, okay, the second position, that is the R configuration. Okay, if you are seeing here, first this molecule, here we get chiral center, right? By replacement of HB as the deuterium, we get the chiral center here. This is the D chiral center, and now we are giving the priorities according to CIP rules. So here we get first priority, this will be a second priority, and deuterium will get a third priority. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, we are giving the numbering first. This carbonyl carbon is first, and here numbering 2. So this is the 2s configuration. Okay, in the similar way, where the chiral carbon is there, this is the chiral carbon. Okay, this chiral carbon, and now we are giving the priorities according to CIP rules. First priority, second priority, and deuterium will get the third priority, and it will get the fourth priority. So it will be clockwise. For clockwise direction, it will be R. But due to this is the back carbon, okay, due to the back carbon of this one, so the configuration is inverted. So this is S configuration. We are giving the numbering first carbon and second carbon. So it is a 2s configuration. Okay. By seeing addition to all this, here we are getting here HA. HA and HA is, what is HA configuration is 2R, HB is 2S, HC is 2S, and HD is 2R. See here, HA and HD are homotopic as they are, and HA and HD are homotopic, and HB and HC are homotopic, because if we are addition of this deuterium, it will give the identical configuration. Okay, if we are adding the deuterium for HA, if we are adding deuterium for HD, these two products will give the same configuration, and it means the two chiral center will give the same configuration, identical configuration. So whenever the identical configurations are present, identical group products are present, then these two are known as homotopic. So here HA and HD are said to be homotopic. Similarly, here HC and HB are said to be homotopic. But when HA is related to HB, that is anisotropic. Okay, whenever if you are taking HA is 2R and HB is 2S, okay, these two are in configurations are inverted, means if HA is R configuration and HB is S configuration, so these two are produces the enantiomers. So HA is anisotropic with HB and HC. Similarly, HD is anisotropic with HB and HC. Okay. Okay, is it this HA and HA is anisotropic with HB, HC by because HF configuration is R and HB configuration is S and HC configuration is S. So the whenever R and S configurations are there, then those are said to be anisotropic in nature. So the HA is anisotropic with HB and HC, and HD is anisotropic with HB and HC. Is it okay? Okay, now what is this is the anisotropic ligands. Let's see the what is anisotropic phases. If you are saying the symmetry criteria, okay, if you are saying what is symmetry criteria, here if you are taking addition substitution criteria will give what will products will give enantiomers. Whenever if the ligands are said to be a anisotropic, then the product will give enantiomers. Okay. So now second one is symmetry criteria. Symmetry criteria. If the ligands are said to be a anisotropic, whenever the ligands are interchanged by through a second kind symmetry elements, that is sigma and I, sometimes SN also. Okay, whenever the ligands are interchanged by the through the symmetry elements, that is second kind symmetry elements, that is plane of symmetry and center of inversion, and sometimes the alternative axis of symmetry also present in this molecule. So whenever these present, then whenever if the molecule present sigma plane or center of inversion, then those molecules have the anisotropic ligands. Okay, whenever these second kind symmetry elements present, then the molecule will have anisotropic ligands. Okay, let's see one example here. If you are taking the mesotartaric acid, in mesotartaric acid, okay, in mesotartaric acid, what will happen here? Second kind symmetry element is present, so sigma, that is in mesotartaric acid there is a plane of symmetry present, so this the HA and HB are said to be an anisotropic in nature. Okay, this HA, this H, these two hydrogens are said to be anisotropic in nature. If you are taking the molecule in the same molecule like this, HA, HB, HC, HD, here hydrogens. Okay, in this molecule we are passing the molecular plane. Okay, if we are passing the molecular plane, then HA is reflected to HB, means HA and HC. Okay, whenever the molecular plane is present, then the HA and HB are interconverted, means due to the molecular plane HA and HB are reflected to each other. Similarly, HC and HD are reflected to each other. And another plane is present, that is, if the plane is like this, the plane is passing through the carbonyl carbon, and here in this example, in this plane, the HA is reflected to HC and HB is reflected to HD. Okay, by saying this example, we can conclude that HA is anisotropic with HB, HC. Okay, and HD is anisotropic with HB, HC. Okay, see here, if the molecular plane is passing throughout the molecule, and here HA is means HA and HB are interconverted, means they exchange with each other due to the molecular plane. Okay, so what is the symmetry criteria? Whenever the ligands can be exchanged through the sigma. Okay, that is second kind of symmetry elements. So here sigma is present, due to the sigma plane the HA and HB are interconverted, so here HA is anisotropic with HB. Okay, similarly, if we are crossing the plane through the carbonyl carbon, here HA is reflected to HC, so the HA is anisotropic with HC. Okay, HA is anisotropic with HC. Similarly, HD and HDC are anisotropic, and if we are crossing this plane, HD and HB are interchanged with each other. So finally we will conclude that HA is anisotropic with HB, HC, and HD is anisotropic with HB, HC. Okay. Let's see another example for this anisotropic ligands and phases. If you are taking the molecule like this, COOH group, here H. If you are taking COOH, here H. If you are taking like this molecule, here H and here pH, and here pH and H. Okay, if you are taking this, if you are labeling like this, HA, HB, HC, HD. Okay, here in this molecule there is a center of inversion is present. Okay, the all hydrogens and the acid groups and the phenyl groups and the hydrogens will meet at one point. Okay, pH and these are all are meet at a one point. Okay, this is the center of inversion. Okay, in this this is the alpha tricyclic acid. in this alpha triaxolic acid, there is a second kind of symmetry element is present, that is center of inversion I. So these in this molecule, the ligands are said to be a anisotropic. Why? Because the all are the ligands which are present in this molecule will have meet at common point. That point is known as center of inversion. Center of inversion is the second kind of symmetry element. So all these are meet at a common point, that is center of inversion. So that's why we can conclude that these are anisotropic with inversion. Okay, these are anisotropic. These ligands are said to be enantiomers. Why? Because they are interchanged through the center of inversion. HA is interchanged to the HB. Okay, if we are joining these two, they can be interchanges. So these two ligands are said to be anisotropic. In the same way, here HC and HD are anisotropic because it will be meet this point, that is center of inversion. These two phenyl groups are also anisotropic, and these two acid groups are also anisotropic. So here I will write here HA, HB are anisotropic, HC, HD are anisotropic, two phenyl groups are anisotropic, two acid groups are also anisotropic. These are the anisotropic in nature. These are the anisotropic in nature. Let's see what is the anisotropic phase. It is also very similar to homotopic phases. In homotopic phase, what will give the products? There in homotopic, there are identical products are formed. In anisotropic phases, there is a enantiomers will be formed. Okay, let me take an example here. If we are taking CH3 and pH, if we are taking the H minus ion, it will attack on this side. Okay, it will produce like this. If we are taking hydride, it will be CH3, and here pH. If we are taking the hydride attack on this phase, so it will be hydrogen, it will be OH, and it will be pH, and it will be CH3. Okay, now we are taking the 1, 2, 3. According to CIP rules, it will be anti-clockwise direction, so it will be a S configuration. Anti-clockwise, yes. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, this is the above phase and this is the below phase. Okay, in the same way, if the hydrogen attack in the above phase, if the hydrogen attack on the below phase, it will be like this. The hydrogen attack on the above phase, this will be like this. This is the dotted line. Okay, 1, 2, 3 clockwise direction, but the hydrogen, the fourth periodic group is towards you. So whenever the fourth periodic group is in towards you, there will be a inversion of configuration which takes place. That is, if we get the clockwise direction. Okay, here this is a not clockwise because here third priority here you so we have to take as this is the 1, 2, 3 direction, right? 1, 2, 3. That is anti-clockwise direction. For anti-clockwise direction, yes, but here the fourth priority group is towards you. Whenever the fourth priority group is towards you, there is a inversion of configurations takes place. That is R. So we can here produce the R and S configuration. That means these two are the enantiomers. Whenever the enantiomers are produced, so the above phase and below phase are said to be a anisotropic phases. Okay, this is the anisotropic phases and ligands. Okay, you should remember for anisotropic substitution addition. What is the criteria? It will produces enantiomers. For substitution criteria, it will produces the enantiomers. And what is the symmetric criteria? What is the symmetric criteria present in enantiomers? Anisotropic ligands. Symmetric criteria is second kind of symmetry element, that is sigma and ISN, and plane of symmetry and center of inversion. Sometimes SN also present. Whenever these are present in the molecule, then the ligands are said to be an anisotropic ligand. If in homotopic ligands, axis of symmetry is present. In anisotropic ligands, plane of symmetry and center of inversion is present. You have to remember these two only. Okay. Move on to the what is the diastereotropic ligands and phases. Okay. Diastereotropic protons are identified very easily. That means diastereotropic protons means diastereotropic ligands and phases. Then the molecule should contain a chiral center. Whenever the molecule should contain, whenever the substrate contain a chiral center, then the adjacent groups are usually said to be a diastereotropic groups and ligands. Okay. Here see diastereotropic ligands and phases. Diastereotropic ligands and phases. Okay, let's see one example for this. Here, if you are taking this is the H and methyl group. Okay, if HA is replaced by chlorine atom, this is the olefin molecule. Okay, this is the H, right? This is the methyl group. Here fluorine, here HB. In the same way, HB is replaced by chlorine atom. This is the hydrogen and this is the methyl group. With respect to this methyl group, here in the structure 1 and structure 2. In this structure, with respect to the methyl group, this chlorine atom will be a trans. Okay. In this structure, with respect to this methyl group, the chlorine will be a trans. And in this structure, the structure 2, with respect to the methyl group, the chlorine will be a cis. Whenever cis and trans products are produced, then these HA and HB are said to be a diastereotropic. Okay. Whenever cis and trans produces, these two are, whenever the products will be like cis and trans, then the HA and HB are said to be diastereotropic in nature. Okay. Let's take another example. Okay, these are the diastereotropics. Let us take another example for this molecule. If you are taking a mesotartaric acid, or sorry, that is the anisotropic ligands. Okay, if you are taking another example like this is COOH, here CH3, here H and OH, here HA and HB. Okay, in this example, the substrate, whenever the substrate contain a chiral center, here see, in this molecule, the carbon which contain 4 different groups. Okay, this carbon will have, this is the one group, and here hydrogen is second group, this OH group is third, and this is the fourth. So it is a chiral center. Whenever the chiral center is present, the adjacent protons are usually gives the diastereotropic relationship. If you see, okay, if you are taking, this is the hydrogen and the bromine, right? To identify very easily, if HA is replaced by the bromine atom, then what product will be here? Here HA will be replaced to bromine. So here HB, and here bromine, here OH, and here CH3 molecule. If HB is replaced by bromine, COOH, and here CH3, here bromine, and OH, this is the HA, and this is the bromine. Whenever the more than one chiral center is present in Fischer projection form at the chiral center, both groups are same side. At the chiral center, the both groups are same. That is known as erythro. Okay, more than one chiral center is present in the molecule, and if at the chiral center, if the both groups are in same side, these two bromines are in the same side, then these are known as erythros. Okay, if the more than one chiral center is present, if the same groups are in opposite side, then that is known as trio. And erythrotrios are the diastereomers. Erythrotrios are diastereomers. Okay. Therefore, in this molecule we can conclude that the HA and HB are diastereotropic in nature. Okay. Most of the students will be confused with what is meso, what is, we don't know what is the difference between the meso and actiform and erythrothrio. Okay. Here see, I will give the some example for this. Okay. In this four molecule, we can easily identify the what is meso and active form and erythros and trios. Okay. If the in Fisher projection formula more than one chiral center is present, more than one chiral center is present, and the both top and bottom groups are same. Whenever the top and bottom groups are same, then and the at the chiral center both groups are in same side. Once again, in Fisher form, both top and bottom groups are same, and at the chiral center both groups are in same side, then this molecule is known as meso compound. And in the same way, the both top and bottom group will be same, and at the chiral center the groups are in opposite side, the same groups are in opposite side, then that is active form. In this example here top and bottom groups are different. If the whenever the top and bottom groups are different, but the at the chiral center same groups are in same side, then these are known as erythros. Okay. The top and bottom groups are different, and at chiral center the same groups are in different side, these are trios. Okay. And for diastereotropic there is no symmetry criteria. Okay. Okay, now we can shall we the next the diastereotypic phases. Okay, let us take an example. This is the large group, medium group, and small group, and here is the CH3 group. Okay, whenever the hydride ion attack on the above phase or below above phase, and there is a two chances for this carbonyl, it will be attack on the above phase and it will be attack on the below phase. So if we will attack on the above phase CH3, and if we attack in the above phase, the hydride ion will be attack on the above phase H2, and this is the large group and small group and medium group. Okay, in the similar way, if the hydride ion is attack on the below phase, okay, if we are attacking the below phase, it is the OH group, and here large, medium, small. Okay, let us suppose that it is a R configuration. Okay, now I am assuming that this is the R configuration. Okay, if it will be R configuration, so here is also R configuration, there is no changes, right? Here if you are seeing this like this one, if you are giving the numbering like this carbon will be attached to carbon, and it will be second priority, because here the large group maybe it's OCH3, any molecule will be takes place, so you can take the this is the second group, and this is the third priority, and the hydrogen is fourth priority. Okay, after giving the priorities, it will be clockwise direction. For clockwise direction, what is the configuration? R configuration. But the least priority group is towards you. Whenever the least priority group is towards you, then the configuration is inverted. That is S configuration. Okay. In the same way, if we are taking the priorities like this 1, if you are taking this is 2 and this is 3, okay, it will be clockwise direction. So the fourth priority group away from you, there is no changes in the configuration, so it will be R configuration. Okay, if you are saying here, if you taking like molecule like this is the first. If you are taking this one, it is what is configurations? S R, here R R. By seeing these configurations here, only one chiral center configuration is inverted. So whenever whenever all chiral centers are inverted, then those are said to be anisotropic in nature. But whenever the only one chiral center is inverted, then those are said to be diastereotropic relationship. Okay, so therefore these two phases are said to be diastereotropic in nature. Okay, let us see another example. In this molecule, the hydrogen will be attack in this direction. It will be, that means axial direction or equatorial direction. It will be attacking this direction. So here H and here OH. Okay. If the hydrogen attack on this direction, there is a formation of like this. Here H and here is the OH. Okay. In this is the OH is axial here. For this OH is the equatorial. Okay. At 1,4 positions, there are equatorial is there, that is trans. You should remember, at 1,4 position, equatorial axial is there, that is cis. So here in this molecule, the 1,4 positions, here if you are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, the 1,4 position is equatorial axial, so it will be a cis compound. And here in this molecule, 1, 2, 3, both are in equatorial and equatorial. 1, positions are equatorial, so it is a trans. Whenever we get that cis and trans molecule, so these two phases are said to be diastereotropic in relationship. Okay, this is the homotropic, anisotropic, and diastereotropic relationship. And let's take a simple. Let's take the one simple box. We can easily identify the what is anisotropic, what is diastereotropic, and what is homotropic, that is tropic relationship. Okay, let's see what is the tropic relationship of the homotropic, anisotropic, and diastereotropic. Here topicity, this is the whenever the homotropic molecules are there, whenever we can add substitution addition criteria, what will give, there is a identical products will be identical products are produced. What is the symmetric criteria? In homotropic ligand, in homotropic molecules, there is a symmetric criteria, that is the ligands can be interchanged by the axis of symmetry, that is CN. Okay, and the difference, that is there is no difference by any method. The homotropic ligands are not distinguishable, so there is no method to distinguish the homotropic ligands. Okay, similarly for anisotropic ligands, we can, what is the addition substitution criteria? For anisotropic ligands, we can get the enantiomers. So here what is the substitution addition criteria? It will give the enantiomers. And what is the symmetric criteria? For anisotropic ligands and phases, there is a symmetric criteria, that is second kind of symmetry elements. What are the second kind of symmetry elements? Sigma, I, and Sn. Sometimes Sn will be also used. So these are the second kind of symmetry elements. And the enantiomers can be differentiated by the chiral solvents. Whenever the chiral solvents are taking, the enantiomers can be easily differentiated. Next, what is the diastereotropic relationship? Okay, whenever the diastereotropic ligands and phases present, and it will produce the diastereomers. And symmetric criteria, for diastereotropic ligands and phases, there is no symmetric criteria, and which are no different. By any method we cannot differentiate the diastereotropic ligands and phases. This is the homomers, enantiomers, and homomers, not homomers, that is homotropic ligands, anisotropic ligands, as well as diastereotropic ligands and phases. Okay, thank you.